Take a quick glance at your closet. How many of those clothes do you actually wear? Most people only reach for a small fraction, and after 60, holding on to the rest can quietly weigh you down. It's not just about space. It's about your peace of mind, daily comfort, and even your safety. Imagine getting dressed without frustration, only choosing what truly fits and feels good. Sounds freeing, doesn't it? Stay with us, because the final type of clothing on this list is often the most overlooked. Yet it could be silently draining your confidence every single day. Meet Juliet. She's 67, newly retired, and recently moved into a smaller, sunlit home that she absolutely loves. But there's one thing that still feels chaotic: her closet. Every morning she opens those double doors and is instantly greeted by a jumble of old jackets, dresses from the 80s, and shoes she hasn't worn in over a decade. Some pieces still have tags. Others carry memories so strong she swears she can hear the music from the event where she last wore them. Juliet tells herself she'll sort through it someday. But that day never comes. Instead, she wears the same few outfits over and over, while the rest silently collects dust and takes up space, physically and emotionally. Sound familiar? It's not just about clutter. For Juliet, it's become a source of guilt, nostalgia, and indecision. And she's not alone. If you've ever stared at your wardrobe wondering why you're holding on to so much you no longer use, this video is for you. We're breaking down the 9 types of clothes you should consider letting go of, starting today. And if you're nodding along already, go ahead and like this video. It tells us we're making the right content for you. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life advice tailored for living better after 60. Juliet's just beginning her transformation, and so can you. Let's start with the most obvious but surprisingly hard to let go group: worn out and damaged clothes. We're talking about t-shirts with tiny holes near the belly, socks that have lost their partners, or worse, their shape, stretched out waistbands, and that once cozy sweater with the mystery stain that never quite came out. For Juliet, it was a faded sweatshirt from a family trip to Niagara Falls 22 years ago. The colour had dulled, the cuffs were fraying, and it had a small coffee stain right under the collar. But every time she went to toss it, she'd think, it's still good for lounging, right? So back into the drawer it went, for years. Here's the thing. These items may seem harmless, even practical, to keep around just in case, or for days I'm not going out. But over time they create an environment of low standards. And without realizing it, you begin to mirror the state of your closet, accepting what's less than your best, even in the little things. And there's an emotional layer here too. Clothes like these often come with memories. The old robe you wore when your kids were little, the baggy t-shirt from your first cruise, a pair of leggings you used to wear every Sunday morning. Those items feel like bookmarks in the story of your life. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means making space for the next chapter. If your closet is full of clothes you wouldn't feel comfortable answering the door in, it might be time to reassess. Comfort doesn't mean clinging to the past. It means choosing what makes you feel relaxed and respectable today. Juliet eventually had to ask herself a tough question. If I wouldn't wear this to run a quick errand or even to greet a friend at the door, why am I keeping it? That question helped her start the decluttering process, not out of guilt, but out of respect for herself and her space. And here's a bonus tip, the maybe pile. Don't let it become a permanent resident. If something is stained, torn, or makes you feel anything less than yourself, it's okay to thank it for its service and let it go. Now here's a fun challenge for you. Go find that one item. You know the one. The old laundry day outfit that's practically a relic. The waistband is doing its best. The fabric's gone see-through, but somehow it keeps surviving every purge. Ask yourself, is it still serving you? Or is it just surviving on nostalgia? Do you have a laundry day outfit that's older than your grandkids? Be honest, we're all friends here. Drop a comment below and tell us the oldest thing still hanging around in your wardrobe. Let's see who wins the prize for most sentimental sweatshirt. This may be the easiest category to tackle first. No complicated decisions, just a little honesty and a trash bag. And trust us, once you let go of the items dragging down your drawer space and your daily energy, you'll feel a shift. Juliet did, and for the first time in years, She opened her closet without sighing. Coming up next is something trickier, the clothes that almost fit. You know the ones. Don't go anywhere, because this next tip has helped more seniors than you might think finally reclaim their confidence. Now let's talk about a sneaky culprit hiding in almost every closet, clothes that simply don't fit anymore. Too tight, too loose, too short in the arms or too long in the legs. These pieces may look harmless hanging there, but they're quietly chipping away at your daily comfort, confidence and even safety. Juliet once joked that her closet could dress 3 different people: herself, her someday slimmer self, and a mystery guest who apparently wore pants 2 sizes too big. She had jeans from a decade ago she hoped to fit into again, someday. Blouses she bought during a brief weight loss that didn't last, and oversized sweaters she kept because they're comfy, even though they swallowed her frame and made her feel frumpy. Sound familiar? Here's the truth we don't say enough after 60. Your body is not a mistake. It's a masterpiece in progress. And the clothes you wear should celebrate where you are now, not shame you into who you used to be, or pressure you into who you're not. Wearing clothes that pinch, squeeze, or restrict movement isn't just uncomfortable, it can also be dangerous. Tight waistbands can affect digestion. Poorly fitting shoes increase the risk of falls, and oversized garments can snag on furniture or trip you up. At this stage of life, every piece in your closet should work for you, not against you. Juliet didn't realize how much this affected her until one afternoon when she bent down in the garden, and a too snug waistband made her lose her balance. That small moment was a wake-up call. The next morning she pulled every almost fits item from her closet and laid them on the bed. Then she asked herself, am I keeping this because I wear it, or because I hope I'll wear it someday? If your clothes make you hold your breath, hide in oversized layers, or feel guilty every time you pass a mirror, they're not clothes, they're clutter. And more importantly, they're not you anymore. Respect yourself enough to dress for who you are now. You've earned that comfort. You deserve that confidence. And when everything you own fits your body and your life, something amazing happens. Getting dressed becomes joyful again. Be honest, how many sizes are in your closet right now? Drop a comment and let us know. You're not alone, and your story might just inspire someone else to finally let go of their someday jeans. And don't worry, we're not saying you need a whole new wardrobe. Sometimes just a few quality, well-fitting staples can completely change the way you feel day to day. Juliet found that letting go of what no longer fit gave her space to see what did, and that small shift gave her a whole new sense of freedom. Let's move on to something that might look elegant on a hanger, but quietly creates more stress than it's worth. High-maintenance clothing. Juliet had a silk blouse in a soft ivory tone that she absolutely loved, in theory. The fabric was delicate. The label said dry clean only, and every time she wore it, she had to tiptoe around life. One accidental splash of soup or a wrinkle from sitting too long, and it was done for the day. So she didn't wear it, not often anyway. But still, it lived in her closet, taking up space and collecting dust, alongside other high-maintenance items that required more care than they returned in value. Sound familiar? Clothes that need special handling, dry clean only, prone to wrinkling or too delicate to even brush against a chair, may have felt appropriate for a different season of life. Back when dressing up was routine and time and energy were more available. But after 60, ease isn't laziness, it's wisdom. Choosing low-maintenance clothing isn't giving up on looking nice. It's choosing to look and feel good without the unnecessary hassle. Because let's face it, no one wants to schedule a dry cleaning trip just to wear a blouse for an hour. No one wants to spend 15 minutes ironing something that will crease the moment you sit down. And no one should feel like their clothes are controlling them. What's in your closet that you avoid wearing because it's simply too much work? That gorgeous dress that wrinkles just by looking at it? The pants that say hand wash only in microscopic print? If you're not using them regularly, and they're not truly special occasion pieces, it might be time to let them go. Juliet once told a friend, "I just want to get dressed without making a plan for it, and that's the point." At this stage in life, we crave ease, not extra chores. And don't worry, keeping one or two special outfits for weddings, church or milestone events, that's smart. But if you have an entire section of your closet labelled "Only if I have 48 hours to prep," it may be worth reconsidering. Do you have a just-in-case outfit that's never actually been worn? Or something you love but never reach for because it's too delicate or high maintenance? Tell us below, what's your most unrealistic piece hiding in the closet? By letting go of clothing that makes you feel restricted, worried or overwhelmed, you make room for items that support your life today, functional, flattering and freeing. And the best part? Juliet now has a closet full of clothes that she can toss in the wash, hang to dry and wear with confidence, without checking the weather, the menu or the dry cleaning tag first. But the next category, this one's harder. It's not about the fabric or the fit. It's about the memories. Coming up next are the pieces that tug at your heartstrings and are the hardest to say goodbye to. Now we come to the toughest category, sentimental clothes. These are the items you can't bear to part with, no matter how worn out or out of place they feel. The wedding dress you've never worn again, the uniform from your old job that you wore with pride, the jacket your child wore to their first school dance. These pieces may not fit or may not even be your style anymore, but they're tied to deep emotional memories that hold power. Juliet had a dress she wore to her 25th wedding anniversary party. It was beautiful, deep emerald green with intricate lace. She wore it once and it became a symbol of a special time. The memory of that night, the laughter, the love, filled the fabric with nostalgia. The dress stayed tucked in her closet for years, not because she could wear it again, she couldn't, but because she couldn't let go of it. Sound familiar? We often hold on to these items because of the emotions tied to them. Love, accomplishment, milestones. But here's the hard truth. Holding on to the item doesn't preserve the memory. It just takes up space. The moment you wore that dress, suit, or jacket lives in your heart and mind, not in the fabric of the clothing. The same goes for other items like old uniforms or costumes, or even just-in-case pieces you're keeping for an event that might come up, but never does. Instead of keeping them tucked away, consider photographing them. Take a moment to capture the memory. That dress with all its sentimentality can be preserved beautifully in a photo, and a photo will take up far less space than a full wardrobe of forgotten garments. A snapshot can freeze the memory, honor the emotion, and leave you free to pass the physical item on. Let it go and make room for new memories and new clothes that fit who you are now. Juliet did this with her anniversary dress. She took a photo, then donated it. It was hard at first, but the freedom she felt afterward was liberating. Now when she looks at the photo, it brings a smile. Not the weight of a garment in her closet that she never wore again. And here's something else. It's okay to feel emotional when letting go of something sentimental. The memories attached to these pieces are valuable, but they're not tied to the fabric. Letting go can feel empowering because it's a reminder that your memories live within you, not in the material items that hold them. The moment you release the physical object, you reclaim the space and energy that belonged to the memory all along. What sentimental item are you still holding on to, even though you never wear it anymore? Let's talk about it in the comments. We all have that one piece that feels impossible to let go of. Share your story with us. It might inspire someone else to release theirs. So, before you give in to guilt or the pull of nostalgia, ask yourself, does holding on to this item enhance my life today? If the answer is no, it's time to honor the memory in a way that allows you to move forward, photo in hand, but less clutter on your shelves. Let's talk about something that's all too common, shoes that hurt. Evelyn had 3 pairs of heels, beautiful, tall and strappy, that she hadn't worn since 1998. They were once the height of fashion, the shoes she wore to special events, date nights and dinner parties. But now, they sat in the back of her closet collecting dust because every time she tried them on, her feet screamed for mercy. The arch was too high, the toe box too narrow, and even the thought of walking in them made her knees ache. Sound familiar? Many of us hold on to shoes like these for reasons that don't serve us anymore. We hold on to the memory of how we used to look or feel in them, or the desire to wear them just one more time for a special occasion. But after 60, the reality is this. Foot pain is not a badge of honor. Our feet go through a lot over the years, and it's important to prioritize comfort over style, especially when those shoes are actively causing discomfort. Keeping a pair of heels or unsupportive shoes because you might need them someday is more than just a waste of space. It's a missed opportunity to invest in footwear that will actually support your health. Why keep shoes that hurt when you could be walking in comfort and style? Juliet made the decision to donate her high heels and instead invested in shoes that offered the right balance of support and style. She found a pair of orthopedic sandals that looked just as chic as her old heels but had arch support and a cushioned footbed. She also bought a pair of trendy slip-ons with memory foam. Not only did she feel better physically, but the change in footwear improved her posture and gave her more energy throughout the day. The best part? She didn't have to sacrifice style for comfort. There are so many brands now that offer supportive shoes in stylish designs, from sneakers with extra arch support to flats that don't pinch your toes. And here's the bonus. When your feet are comfortable, your confidence skyrockets. Walking, standing, or even sitting becomes less of a struggle, and you have more energy for the things you enjoy. Have you ever held onto a pair of shoes even though they hurt? Or maybe you found the perfect pair that's both stylish and supportive. Share your favorite go-to shoes below. Let's swap recommendations. Don't let your shoes hold you back. Let go of those painful pairs and replace them with ones that help you move freely and comfortably. Not only will your feet thank you, but your whole body will feel the difference. It's one of the simplest and most effective ways to improve your quality of life after 60. Let's talk about something that can be hard to admit: outdated styles that no longer reflect who you are. It's completely natural to hold on to clothes that once felt like you, the outfits you wore in your younger years, or those classic pieces that were once stylish, but no longer feel like they fit your personality or lifestyle. Juliet had a collection of blouses with puffed sleeves, a style she loved in her 30s but had long since outgrown. Every time she opened her closet, those blouses stared back at her, beautiful, well-preserved, but a reminder of a past version of herself. She realized that despite their quality, these pieces no longer fit how she wanted to present herself today. Sound familiar? Clothes can become symbols of a certain time in your life, and sometimes they don't align with who you are anymore. After 60, it's important to embrace the idea of self-reinvention, the freedom to express who you are now, not who you were 20 or 30 years ago. You deserve clothes that feel comfortable, confident, and most of all, authentic to you. Your sense of style may evolve, and that's an empowering part of growing older. Self-reinvention doesn't mean you have to drastically change your wardrobe overnight. Instead, start by reassessing your clothes and asking, does this piece still reflect the person I am today? Are you still drawn to that oversized sweater you bought when you were in your 40s? Does that bright, bold print suit your mood now? Or is it time to explore more subdued, sophisticated options? Juliet took the plunge by donating her old blouses with puffed sleeves and replaced them with items that felt more her age. Looser, more flattering blouses in modern fabrics that didn't require constant ironing. She also found herself gravitating toward more minimalist styles, with clean lines and neutral colors that were timeless yet fresh. Juliet said goodbye to the clothes that no longer served her, and in doing so, she gave herself permission to embrace her true self. The best part of self-reinvention is that it's empowering. Clothes no longer feel like a weight, but rather an extension of who you are today. By letting go of those outdated styles, you create space for new pieces that express your current personality and lifestyle. Have you found a new style that you love after 60? Or maybe you've let go of a few pieces that no longer serve you. Share your style journey in the comments. We'd love to hear how you've reinvented your wardrobe. Remember, it's not about completely overhauling your closet, it's about choosing items that reflect where you are now and how you feel. You've lived through so much, and it's important that your wardrobe reflects the amazing person you've become. Whether it's experimenting with a new color palette or swapping out your old go-to dress for something that fits better, you're embracing a style that empowers and energizes you. So take a step back and reflect. If those clothes aren't making you feel your best, it might be time to let go. Don't be afraid to step into this new chapter of style that mirrors your growth and evolution. Let's talk about a category of clothes that's easy to hold on to but hard to let go of: the someday clothes. These are the clothes you keep for that special event you hope to attend, or the body goals you plan to achieve one day. You know the pieces, those fancy dresses or slim-fit pants that are just a little too tight or too short for you now. You keep telling yourself, one day I'll fit into this, or once I lose a few pounds, I'll wear this to a wedding or family reunion. But here's the reality. After 60, it's important to stop waiting for that perfect someday moment and reclaim your closet space for who you are now. Juliet had a beautiful red dress she'd been holding on to for years. She'd bought it with the hope of wearing it at a special occasion she'd been dreaming about. But as time passed, she realized that the event she had in mind wasn't coming anytime soon, and her body had changed in ways that made that dress less and less likely to ever fit properly again. The longer she kept it, the more it felt like a reminder of something that wasn't going to happen. Letting go of the someday clothes can feel incredibly freeing. By donating that red dress, Juliet finally made space for clothes that reflected her true self. Clothes she could wear every day without waiting for a special moment. She replaced that dress with outfits that fit her current body, her lifestyle, and her sense of style right now. Instead of holding on to clothes for an idealized future, Juliet chose to celebrate the present by wearing things that made her feel good today. Do you have any someday clothes that you're holding on to? Or maybe you've let go of them already. How did it feel? Share your experience in the comments. Reclaiming space in your closet means choosing freedom over waiting for a future that might never come. Clothes that don't fit your body or your life today just take up space, both physically and emotionally. By letting go of these someday clothes, you allow yourself to embrace a wardrobe that serves who you are right now. You don't need to wait for some magical moment to feel beautiful, confident, and comfortable. You already deserve it. Next, we'll talk about how you can create more space in your closet for what truly serves you. Stay tuned for more tips on creating a wardrobe that reflects your best self. Let's talk about those clothes that, every time you put them on, make you feel like you're wearing a burlap sack. Scratchy, tight, or just too heavy. We've all been there, haven't we? A sweater that feels too itchy, pants that squeeze at the waist, or a dress that's so heavy it feels like you're carrying a weight around all day. Over time, these uncomfortable fabrics can make getting dressed feel like a chore instead of something fun. After 60, comfort should be non-negotiable. Your body deserves clothes that make you feel good, not just clothes that look good. If you find yourself constantly avoiding certain items in your closet because the fabric feels uncomfortable, it's time to let them go. Juliet had a wool sweater that she loved the color of, but every time she wore it, it made her skin itch like crazy. She tried wearing it over a long-sleeve shirt, but that didn't help much. She realized that the discomfort wasn't worth it. She wasn't enjoying wearing it, no matter how cute it looked in her closet. So, she finally said goodbye to that sweater and replaced it with a soft cotton one that felt like a hug every time she put it on. The truth is, when you're constantly uncomfortable, it's draining. Tight waistbands, scratchy fabrics, and heavy materials can affect your mood, energy, and even your health. They add unnecessary stress and can make you feel irritable or fatigued. Do you have any uncomfortable fabrics in your closet that you just can't stand? Or maybe you've already swapped them out for something softer. What's your go-to fabric for comfort? Let's talk in the comments. By letting go of those uncomfortable fabrics, you create room for pieces that fit better, feel better, and ultimately make you feel better. Choose comfort, because you deserve it. This one's simple. If it doesn't make you feel good, don't keep it. We've all been there. Those clothes that look fine on the hanger, but when you put them on, they just don't spark joy. They might be comfortable or even look good, but for some reason they don't make you feel your best. Maybe it's the colour, the cut, or the style. It just doesn't feel like you anymore. Evelyn has a rule that she swears by: if it doesn't spark a little smile, it doesn't stay. That simple rule has helped her transform her closet into a space full of clothes that make her feel confident, happy, and herself every time she gets dressed. Have you ever kept an item of clothing because you thought you should? Maybe it was a gift, or it used to be your favourite outfit, but now it just hangs in the closet collecting dust. It's easy to fall into the habit of holding on to things out of obligation rather than joy, but when you're living life after 60, it's time to prioritise what makes you feel your best, not what you think you should wear. Evelyn made it a point to donate every piece of clothing that didn't bring her at least a little bit of happiness when she put it on. And do you know what happened? She had a closet full of clothes that she loved wearing, which made getting dressed something she looked forward to every day. Do you have any clothes in your closet that just don't make you feel good anymore? What's your rule for keeping or donating clothes? Let us know in the comments. By letting go of the things you don't love, you open up space for the things that truly make you feel good. After all, your wardrobe should reflect the confident, joyful person you are now, not who you used to be. Evelyn's closet is now 40% lighter, but she feels 100% better. After letting go of the clothes that no longer served her, she felt a weight lifted, not just physically, but emotionally. Dressing became joyful instead of stressful. Each morning, she walked into her closet and was greeted by clothes that made her smile, pieces that fit her body and her lifestyle now. No more sifting through outdated outfits or trying to remember the last time she actually wore something. And you know what? Evelyn even rediscovered a hidden gem, a blouse she had forgotten about, tucked away behind the clutter. It had been buried under old unwanted clothes, but once she let go of all the excess, she found that blouse and remembered why it was her favourite. It fit her perfectly, and it made her feel amazing every time she wore it. It wasn't just about cleaning out her closet, it was about freeing herself from the emotional weight of things she no longer needed. Evelyn had more than just physical space in her closet. She had more mental space to enjoy her life, and that's the true transformation. The simple act of decluttering gave her a renewed sense of energy and excitement. Now, when she looks in her closet, it's a reflection of who she is today, not yesterday. How do you feel when you look at your closet? Are you ready for your own transformation like Evelyn's? Let's talk in the comments. If this inspired you to take another look at your closet, hit that like button and share this with someone who needs a little push today. Let's inspire each other to live with less stress and more joy after 60.